Well, everybody, welcome back. This is Tim, and I am in my crafting and building run, my casual run of Project Zomboid Build 42. This is going to be episode 14? Maybe 15. 15, I believe, actually, at this point. I have done some backtracking since you last saw me. If you were here last episode, you saw me crash my new vehicle with my trailer on the way back from my excursion to March Ridge, where I lost my police car. And when I got back home, I realized that none of my other vehicles were really in good enough shape to do anything with. So I did a little montage that's going to start showing up in the bottom right corner around now. It'll only be about 15 minutes of the episode that'll be in the bottom. And it'll be at about 2.5 speed, but I rebuilt this picnic table. I moved that large refrigerator to inside my home. I read 2 or 3 books, and I got my mechanics skill, I believe, to a 5. Yes, almost to a 6. So we did quite a bit of work on some trucks. That was nice. And I got my welding to a 4. And I read the book to increase that more. So we're only one level of welding away. One level of welding away from being able to build those long, wide metal gates to protect this section. I actually had a Zed walk straight through here and climb through one of these back windows and just start wandering. It was like while I was working on vehicles. It didn't even see me. I think it was going after the generator noise. But, yeah, so I put these sheets up just to stop it temporarily, and then I'm going to eventually get some long, wide metal gates that I can pull trucks through there. Now, this only has a 13% engine, so I don't want to take it with me on a run. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this book away because I don't need it. Put this empty tin can away because we don't need it. I got a little bit of food. That's not quite enough. Hopefully I got another can or 2 in here. But we're going to take, a gas can. That can of carrots, that's a 3rd thing. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. And we are going to take a little bit of a walk and find us a vehicle that I have a key to, but that doesn't have any gas. Now, let's check and see. I think I might have... yes, let's go check this van out. Let's go check this van out. And there is a vet down here also. But my crashed thing is down in this region somewhere. I really should have marked it on the van, or on the map, but, I didn't. I didn't. Because I'm somewhat careless. Alright, so we're gonna stat up. We're gonna do some jogging while we're in town. This is gonna be my plot, where I do some vegetabling. My chickens are still doing good. I'm glad because I'm not maintaining them at all. I'm just letting them free range themselves. They seem to be thriving. They seem to be thriving. So we're just gonna let them keep thriving. Feels like the right thing to do. All right, now where specifically was that van? Okay, yeah, just continuing this direction. Perfect. Aha, that was a tall fence. Sometimes when the tall fences go invisible, I have a hard time registering them. Which, makes sense, because we are, like, sight-based beings. Or at least I think that's how a vast majority of us get the vast amount of our sensory information anyway. Alright, van. Be drivable. That's what I'm looking for. I want you to be drivable. I thought you were going to be right there. Did I walk past it like an idiot? No, I am right there. Did I already get it? I did. I already got it. Okay, so we're going for the vet then. I wanted that nice vet anyway. It was in perfect shape. It just didn't have any gas. That's pretty far to the south, but I can just follow this curvy road until just after the next curve to the left. I'll head straight south. And we'll walk too, so that you guys don't make fun of me for exhausting myself completely and ruining my character's endurance and all that. Although that does increase his running skill and his, like, fitness or whatever. But Is it worth it? It's hard to say. Um, Excuse me. Why'd you slow down, sir? That's not what we were looking to do here. Alright, so after this curve, I love that I cleared almost all the Zeds out of this town. Now I should eventually run straight into the Corvette, all the way down here. I can't remember what they're called in-game. I can never remember the vehicle names in-game. There it is. There it is. Let's get some gasolina in you. Get a little gasolina in you. Oh my god, was that gas can that empty? Jeez. It's gonna get me like 30 feet. I even backed up the wrong way too, like a big old idiot. I cannot believe I did that. I can't believe that was that. I grabbed a tank of gas that was that empty. Holy cow. So yeah, remind me going forward to somebody in the comments remind me going forward to check the volume on my stuff. Wow, what a waste. Okay, so that was dumb. That's right, you can't open food while you're walking. You can eat and walk, but you can't open and walk, which feels odd. I'm going to continue arguing about that probably until the end of time. Alright, now. Map. Pause. Okay, so the gas isn't far. The gas isn't far. Let's go ahead. You know what? I'm 90% sure I've checked you multiple times. Alright. Always worth checking again. Always worth checking again. What I really need to do is take a field trip to a couple other towns, namely for to visit schools and bookstores, because at this point in the game, I'm looking for skill mags, because there are things that I can't make. It's interesting how things aren't necessarily level gated in this game anymore. In a lot of ways, they are magazine gated, because even if you're a level whatever 6 or 7, if you've never read the whatever, then you don't know how to, like, I can't, like, I'm level 4 welding, but I don't even have the option to figure out how to make iron bars or steel bars on Windows. So, like, I can't even comprehend how to do that. I don't even know what level I need to be to do that, because I haven't read the skill book to know, like, what it is. So, and I haven't read any of the survival skill books, and I still haven't found any of the combat skill increase magazines, or not magazines, books. So I feel like I need to go on kind of a little cross-country trip, which is really deadly, especially for a run like this where I've been trying to be real careful with my combat. Like, there's 2, 4, 5. That's not that many, but they're behind tall fences, so I'm not going to stress them. I could take those out pretty easily at this point, but no sense in risking it when you don't need to, right? And motels are always tricky. There can be, all of a sudden, there can be like 60 of them spilling out on you. No, Tim, don't. Just... Alright. That wasn't so bad. Now let's swap out the crowbar, just in case I have to do any killing. Let's peek real quick and see if I've got keys to any of these. That'd be sweet if I did. You find keys in towns all the time and then, like, can't... Like, the vehicles that they're attached to aren't necessarily anywhere nearby, and you're like, oh. Huh. Why do I have keys to this coupe that's, you know, very far away from my starting point? And you're like, oh, right, that makes sense. So it's literally just my standard gear and that thing of gas that's weighing me down entirely right now. Oh, well, that helps. Okay, cool. Ooh, I need to come on a field trip down here with the sledge and the pickaxe. Well, the pickaxe preferably, and take out all those doors. You know what? It'll do me good to kill some Zeds. Oh no. Oh, got the push off at the last second. That was clutch shoving there. Clutch. So I feel like we're looking at a May or a June, like, full drop of 42. And then I'm thinking they're going to try and push 43 real quick. I'm thinking 43 is going to come next year already. I think it's going to be a real quick. I think 43 is basically going to just be NPCs. And I think they've already laid a lot of groundwork for it. So I'm really hopeful that 43 ends up being the full-blown NPC thing. And I don't know exactly what my hopes are for it, if I'm being blunt. Like, NPCs are going to drastically change how the game plays, and I think I'll still definitely do runs without them once they do add them in, and this is probably a full year out. What are you? And why have I never gone in here? Oh, it's like a public locker? Like the Y? That's quite strange. That's quite strange. That's not mine. That is not my trailer. I did not do that. Alright, where in the heck was I? Where the heck am I? So I need to go straight east. I was heading too far in the other direction, in the wrong direction. There's some good outdoor stuff that I can gather there. Barbecue pit. Yeah, I can clear some stuff out from that yard. I like the kind of, like, I hate to say it like this, but like the white trash yards, like, yeah. They make good bases. They make good places to, like, post up. You know what? My body count's a little low this run. Body count's a little low. I've been leveling up a bunch of stuff. Might as well get some work on my long blunt. See if I can find any digital watches to take apart. Alright, here we go. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna get the car. We're gonna take it and fully gas it up. Then we're going to pick up the trailer, not necessarily in that order. Then we are going to head back to the house and empty out the trailer. And then I don't know exactly. I kind of want to take a road trip to Rosewood. That's a really far drive. It's not really. It feels a lot further than it is. Especially in this car. Gosh, this thing fucking cooks. Now, driving as recklessly as I do in this car is not a good idea. So I'm going to drive nice and conservatively. I'm not going to use the cruise control because I like control. Alright, now I do need to, let's see. It should be right in this region here. So we're going to go up, then left, and then right, and then circle around and see if we can find that, see if we can find my trailer. It should be attached to a little, hatchback, one of those. I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember the names of any of the vehicles in this game. Never have been able to. Don't expect to start to be able to. If I have to backtrack and watch a previous episode, I really don't like watching my videos. I watch them once each when I publish them, just to like make sure there's nothing like ridiculously off-putting in them or anything that's going to be like super offensive or something. I don't feel like I'm that guy, but you never know. People take things in weird ways sometimes. But yeah, I might have to go back and look in between this episode and next to see where exactly that car was. It might be a little further south. I might have had to do a little more walking than I'm recalling. And unfortunately, I can't remember if it was on a main street or if it was on a side street. Well, that all kind of looks like it, but I wouldn't have cut through that neighborhood with a trailer, I don't think. In fact, this is going to go the same way. Okay, so we're going to do a little more excursioning around. Maybe that one that was tipped over on the side was mine, but I sure don't think so. It doesn't feel right. Feels like I was driving a hatchback. I don't think I got one of the Suburbans when I was in March Ridge. This feels too far south. But I think this dead ends, actually. No. Yeah, this is an example of should have marked it. Should have marked where it was. Really bad about that, like in the moment planning. I feel like I need to check that vehicle though. Like I like that blue truck. I like that blue truck a lot. I like that van too. But I don't think I can access it. I'm pretty sure I've checked it already. I don't know if I've checked Mr. Blue Truck here, and it looks pretty pristine too. But don't get me wrong, the vet's not going anywhere. It is ooh, digital watch. I've started just taking them apart like on the spot. Oh, are those keys? Oh. Look at you with a bunch of stuff. Ooh. Liking me a blue hard hat. You got any gas, buddy? Oh, you do. Oh my goodness, a full tank. Okay, so things just got... Okay, cool. A gassed up vet is there. This is now becoming my... Ah, that's so awesome. I needed something that had a bunch of space in the back that I could use while I was fixing that box truck. Oh my god, this is such good news. And I don't even have to go get gas for it because it's already stacked. Hell yeah. God, that feels good. Remember that episode where I drove past a vehicle I was looking for like 3 different times because I crashed it like lodged behind trees and the perspective was always weird when I went past it? I had to like get close enough to it for the trees to disappear for it to actually like show on the screen. Yeah, that was kind of shitty. I'm wondering if that's what's happening here. Because I know... Haha, never mind. Never mind. And I remember this location now. Very cool. Very cool. I don't know if it's going to let me connect it from this angle or not. Oh, shit. Shoot, heck. It's got the reverse beeping because it's a work truck. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drag the car away first. That's kind of annoying. But also not that big a deal. And then plus, this vehicle will be able to supply parts to the work truck, to the white box truck, and vice versa. Oh, this is exciting. Having another truck is big news. I love how they both vehicles shift a little bit to like show you that it connected. And I really enjoy the mechanic of like jerking it along on the tow cable. It like really makes me smile. I don't know why. Well, of course I know why. It's just fun. It's just good video game fun. And sometimes you just got to appreciate the good video game fun, right, guys? Like not, can't all be like, super serious. Oh my god, I'm playing Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. If you guys are RPG dorks, especially if you're like Final Fantasy RPG dorks, like old school turn-based Final Fantasy RPG dorks, holy shit, this game is freaking incredible. And I'd like some exposure on the channel, so if you guys are into that, like, and if you know people that are into that, share that stuff, because like, it's basically the same thing I do with Zomboid, only I'm doing it with a sweet JRPG. But I'm also playing Blueprints. And that is a really, really incredible roguelike puzzle game? First-person puzzle game? It's super good. And I am not kidding when I say super good. Like, it is, well, you can see that my Zomboid content is every other day now, because I've decided to branch out a little bit and try to do a little, some other stuff. And I don't say that because I'm tired of Build 42, I'm actually still loving the fuck out of it, but the channel growth has completely stalled. 42 is not the draw that it was the first couple of months it came out, and quite frankly, I like building the community a little bit. So we're throwing some darts, we're throwing some stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. I did South of Midnight. That was a really, really fun action-adventure game. Had its frustrating moments with some of the combat and other gameplay aspects, but it was a... God dang it, I turned too early again, didn't I? Yep. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like, it was really good, and it was just beautifully done. Like, the story was incredible. So if you're into, like, heavy stories, action-adventure, third-person, that sort of stuff, really cool. The traversal in it was really, really well done. So I had a lot of fun with that. Played that in full on the channel, too. It was like 8 episodes long, about 13 hours. It was a relatively short experience, but really, really well done. Like, super well done. So I think what I'm going to do is get back to base overnight, empty out the van, not recording because that's kind of boring. Empty out both the trunks of both of these vehicles, and then we're gonna take this welding truck on a road trip to Rosewood, and we're gonna raid the school and the bookstore and see if I can't find anything interesting while I'm there. And maybe a grocery store, because non-perishable goods are always in very, very high demand. Very, very high demand. So anyway, yeah, I will be back. There will be a little transition, and then we'll be back. Well, the next morning has arrived. I got the truck and the trailer emptied out. I stacked up a couple of welding torches and a mask so that I can get into the police station while I'm in Rosewood also. We got 3 cartons of water and some canned tuna set aside for ourselves. Also got quite a bit of soup and some bottled water on my person. We should be good to go for a couple of days. It is 6:40 in the morning in-game. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek. Alright. I bet I can do this in about 30 real-world minutes if I pace myself just right. We'll see. We'll see. Well, yeah, we're going to head down to the major interchange south of town. Again. I won't be siphoning a bunch of gas from all of the various cars that are there to survival my way back to town again. That's not going to happen because I have a full tank of gas. A full tank of gas is more than enough to round trip to Rosewood, or it sure as shit should be, unless they changed the gas consumption metrics. I don't think they have. I don't think so, anyway. Starting a new job on Monday. Excited for that. I'm going to be working with developmentally and mentally disabled folks at a couple of different group homes. So that should be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Give something back to community, and maybe get a little something personal rewarding back out of it too. I've always been on the retail side of things, so this is going to be an interesting new change of pace for me. I'm excited for it. I'm recording this on a Saturday. It is stormy where I'm at. And the reason I'm going out of my way to look for these books and magazines is because I feel like I'm getting to the point where I've got a couple of more skills that once I get to rank 4, then I am not going to be able to get any more speed ups. I've got almost all of the early skill books set aside, but what I'm mostly missing and what I'm mostly looking for are the magazines. Because like I said, I have not gotten any, I don't think, of the survivalist magazines, and those are clutch for crafting. And there are quite a few other like welding magazines and just various different magazines that I'm missing. So this is more a magazine trip than a book trip. But if I find any fantastic books, I will certainly. Let's hold ourselves to 45. That feels reasonably safe. I'll be able to stop. Although, like in the real world, when I turn cruise control on, my brain turns off, so I'll probably start looking at my phone and shit. Yep, I already have. Alright, so, we'll sip my coffee. See if I can take a cheeky toke real quick while nobody's paying attention. Oh, I did. I was able to take a cheeky toke real quick. Pink Panty Dropper is what this strain's called. And it is pretty damn tasty. It's nice and it's got a nice little rotten undertone to it. A little skunkiness. And you don't get that a lot with Modern Herb. Modern Herb's always trying to get fruity or gassy, and I miss that. I miss that rotten, dirty gym bag stink that you get from really, really good skunky weed sometimes. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm far enough into the video to talk about weed without the algorithm dumping me to the sharks, but you never know. Oh, the reason I'm sad is because I drank an entire bottle of barbecue sauce before I left town. So I'm not actually sad. I just, drank an entire bottle of barbecue sauce before I left town. It was convenient. I didn't want to open up one of the cans that I had set aside for the trip. It just felt right. See, this is a day trip. This is only like a 2-hour drive. I could get there faster if I wanted, but playing it safe. And of course, the one time I play it safe and cruise control at 45, there's not a single wreck on the road for me to be concerned about. And put that water away. Let's put all that water on the passenger seat because I got 2 bottles on me, right? Yeah, I got 2 bottles on me for my immediate thirst needs. All right, all right. You know what? You know what? Let's do a little fighting. A little fighting around the world, fighting around Kentucky. Anybody gets that reference, say something in the comments. I would love you forever. That would just be great. Have a little Will Ferrell, have a little stepbrothers, did we just become best friends moment? There's my long blunt. That should have it at a 5 now. The combat skills take a little while to level up because you can't find books for them. I know they exist now, but like finding them sucks. They are uber rare. Oh well, just the one digital watch out of all that, plus 6 dead Zeds. And let's double check to make sure. Yep, that makes it a 5. Excellent. Excellent. Feeling good about that? Yeah, it'd be cool if I could find some weapon skills. I found my long blade, but like I haven't found a machete or a katana yet. You know what? I am going to keep stopping and killing Zeds. It's going to make the trip a lot longer, but it's also going to make Knox County just a little bit safer. For you and yours. And your children, and your children's children. They're raping everybody out here. They are wording everybody out here. Pretty sure I'm deep enough into the video to get away with saying that too, but you never know. I mean, they're not going to like take away my ad money. I don't get any of that yet. But. Alright, on the road again. We're gonna get to Rosewood eventually. I'm gonna clear out the bookstore and the school. Alright, that's all I'll do. That's all I'll do. I'll stop there. There's only so long you can parody something on the cuff without running out of things to say. And I am not a stream of thought rapper type. Have I been here already? I don't recall doing that. Maybe some other survivors are out here. If they do, I do like the little teases that people are still out there. The gunshots and the screams and the occasional, like that, splattered zombie on the highway. I should be getting super close. I'm tempted to check the map. Alright. Let's see what the classic gas station north of town's got to say. What kind of crowd have you got to show me? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And since it's nothing crazy, let's go ahead and deal with it. I replaced my very, very bloody and very slightly worn crowbar for a brand new fresh crowbar for this trip. I almost swapped out leather pants and a leather coat and a long leather coat because my fireman gear is, while it's still offering full protection, it's got a bunch of holes and tears. And I'm gonna have to get some thread and some materials and stuff and start patching because I've red tailoring one now. I finally got that red, so that's good. So I can start doing some of that. I saw, who was it? Which, was it Atomic Duck or was it? No, I don't think it was. It was a different I can't remember the YouTuber that released a took me took me 4 months, but went from he did a 0 to hero thing. Got all of his stats to rank 10, and I was like, damn, dude, that was impressive. That was impressive. I'm getting the name wrong because it wasn't Atomic Duck. It was somebody else, I think. But it could have been though. I don't know. Either way, doesn't matter. Some other YouTuber did it with a much bigger audience than me, and I was like, damn, that was freaking cool. That was freaking cool. I only have one skill that is almost a 10. My carpentry is just shy. Just shy. Just barely. In fact, a couple of rain barrels will probably put me over it. And then I'll never have to make another carpentry thing again. Let's go ahead and go straight down Main Street first and check out the bookstore, or see what we're dealing with at the bookstore. See what kind of crowd I'm dealing with. I probably should have brought one of my aerosol bombs, because I found a couple of crazy weapons in a survivor house. There's an aerosol bomb and something else. Wow, ghost town. And I swear I did not in any way, shape, or form mess with the zombie population in this run, so it's quite weird to me that it is this way, but whatever. I should have written a list down of books that I still needed. You know what? I want to fix my unhappiness. Drag Kings, I love it. Feels like I should be able to dismantle that. It was quite frustrating that there's not been much of anything in here. Quite frustrating indeed. Nothing? Pretty sure I have Butchering 2 already, but we're going to take it anyway. We'll take all of those. Well, that was super frustrating. That barely had Dick. Of course, it's going to get all the food first. Stupid processing. Stupid artificial intelligence. I need the food. Or I will. I will eventually. I don't at the moment. Alright, on to the school. On to the school. Or do I want to go to the police station first? Yeah, let's do the police station first. And the firehouse? Firehouse could have useful shit in it. Sometimes it does. Sir, I would very much like your shotgun. Thank you. We'll take your pistol too. Even though I don't want it. Like, even a little. Alright, well that was an easy grab. Let's see if this door opens up real quick. It usually doesn't, and I don't feel like dismantling it. We'll go around. I did not bring my welding torch with me. Should have. Was it in the passenger seat? Alright, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to break in anywhere. It'd be better if there was a key laying around though. Or, easier anyway. Never hurts to take water. Or almost never hurts to take water. It shouldn't ever hurt to take water. Sweet. Alright. Now, what else we got going here? Man, no police station keys, huh? You guys are no fun. You're not helpful at all. And I can't see anything in there. I don't like that at all. I should have brought a freaking flashlight with me. Because this is going to get real dark, isn't it? Damn, I was not thinking about that. I was not thinking. Okay. So, we'll cross the street first. I really should eat. In real life and in game. Because so far, this has been a little bit of a waste of a trip. Because that first bookstore didn't have shit. Now, I'm going to stop at the gas station on the way out of town. It might have some non-perishable foods that'll be good for me. There will certainly be a flashlight in here, somewhere. I'll bring the truck around for that. Fudge. At least I can see now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, take all 3 of those for sure. God, that was huge. Oh my god. I don't need 9 fucking axes. I mean, that was like super cool, but... I have like almost no medical supplies because I have like literally not needed them this run. All right. Okay, F turns that off. Okay, cool. I could not remember the hotkey to turn off the flashlight to save my life there for a second. All right, now we're ready. And I got 3 axes out of going over there, so that was fucking hot. That's badass. Remember to go back for the water jug, and then the school, and then we leave town. Oh, nope, this is the wrong side. I swear, if it doesn't let me disassemble this door down here, I'm going to be mad. Sometimes it just doesn't want to let you do things. Because you're like on the wrong side of it. Yep. That's some bullshit. That frustrates me. I got a welding torch, a welding mask, and a ball-peen hammer, and a fucking screwdriver and a crowbar, and it's not going to let me take that door down. Very frustrating. I should have brought the sledge. Should have brought the sledge. That's alright, though. Still got several axes out of the deal. And the shotgun and the pistol from, what's his name? So, you know, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. So what we're going to do here is remove the welding mask. Oh, what's the matter, Widget? Is that neighbor cat outside annoying you again? My poor baby. She has a new nemesis who is a free-range cat that is allowed to come and go from her house as she pleases, apparently. And that very much frustrates me, but also I am not that cat's owner, so I'm not about to, because, like, you guys see shorts and stuff of mine. Like, she goes outside, but I'm never more than 12 feet away from her. Like, she's like a dog. She stays with me. Like, she'll sprint off, but I, like, you know, go after her and she stops as soon as I come at, like, yeah. So, you know, she's not unsupervised out there just killing wildlife and getting into trouble and shit. And, anyway, there's two new neighborhood cats that are kind of doing whatever they feel like. And it's frustrating for a cat dad that, tries to keep his, at least under some modicum of control. Alright, got that out of my system. She just sitting in the open window watching. There's a thunderstorm rolling in, though, so I'm surprised the other cat's still out. It doesn't seem to care, though. Like, it just is out sometimes. Like, it just does what it feels like. Alright, classic Rosewood, although it's, like, full of raccoons and rats and shit, because we haven't checked the time and the day in a while. 1 month, 18 days, guys. We're almost to the 2-month mark. Almost halfway. We're just a couple of days short of halfway through the 100-day challenge, if you want to call it that. I'm not calling it that because I doom myself when I say things like that. Typically.
Hey! Hey!
Bring it. Wow, that whole batch just walked away even though I started yelling. This is a really dumb bunch of fucking Zeds. Pardon my language. Pardon my language. I didn't alter their intelligence. Ooh. I did keep them random. But it feels like I'm just getting a lot of the dumb ones lately. Or like the deaf ones. And the blind ones. Because that was quite a bit of yelling I did when I got out of the vehicle. And I broke all those windows. I guess nobody was in the school. Which is good. Like, I shouldn't complain about it. I am going to destroy all these things, though. We're deanimating this whole batch. Just got my long blunt to a 5 for a reason, baby. And I might drive around town and see if there are any obvious survivor homes, too. Wouldn't hurt, right? I read the Long Blade skill book. It'd be sweet if I could find a machete or two. I think a katana's too much to ask for. They're just ultra rare. I've only found 2 of them in my entire history of the game. Now, granted, I don't survive past day 30 a whole lot. Like, this is kind of a rarity for me. This is a little bit of a rarity for me, if I'm being honest. Wow, 2 keys. I have no use for either. At least at the moment. There's a key ring. Jeez. Jeez. All sorts of stuff. Okay, you know what we're going to do, though? What we came for. What we came for. Nothing. 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 Mm. Well, this is a shitty school with a shitty selection. Really. Cooking 3, which I already have. I don't even know why I picked it up. I know I have it. Is it worth peeking and seeing if there's a random stray book or magazine in a classroom? Because there's usually not. Well, it's worth peeking. There's nothing here. But I guess it was worth the peek. So now I have to do the same. But I don't like walking around the darkened interior of this building. Oh god, I should have thought of that. I love how the plants grow up the longer you survive. It's gonna get real wild around here real quick. Box of batteries, hell yeah. Never know when you might need a whole box of batteries. Actually, that's about freaking super handy. Long term, super handy. Good for flashlights, good for lamps, good for, I guess, alarm clocks and shit, although I don't really use those. Not much useful, huh? Nope, not much useful at all. We're still gonna risk it and run inside here. Yeah, perfect. That was safe. That was a safe move. Nothing, jeez. Just some teases to my electrical skills, or my electronic skills, or my whatever you want to call them. Now see, that was real chancy. Doing what I did there. Real chancy. Alright, well, shit. So this has been a little bit of a letdown, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, it's been an enormous letdown. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So what the plan's gonna be... It's almost 6 p.m. Yep. I have made that decision. So we're gonna overnight at the gas station north of town. Next episode, we're going to continue the field trip. Now we're going to head to Ekron. And I know, Ekron. That community college. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't like the idea of that. I like the idea of the books, but my god, that's a crowd. My god, that's a crowd to deal with, even with my skills. I don't have a bunch of guns to deal with it. I can't realistically take that crowd on. I can't realistically take on the community college crowd with a crowbar. Like, I just can't. That's not fair. That's not right. It's not logical. It's possible, but I don't think it's a smart move. So yeah, we're gonna still overnight. We're gonna overnight in town here because it's starting to get late, and I don't want to drive back by headlights because, quite frankly, the headlights in this game are not great. They are not great. So yeah, we'll overnight up here. Next episode, I will. Well, you'll see the montage of me getting home. I won't subject you guys to that. We'll do a quick fast forward, or maybe even just a quick cut. But hell, I might just not record it at all. You never know. Although I dislike doing that anymore because there have been a couple of times where I've been not recording and then I've died and I've been like, oh shit, yeah, that run just ended. Sorry guys, I wasn't prepared for that. Oops. So yeah, if you've ever wondered what happened to a series that you were following, yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly it. All right, let's see. There might be some serious goodies in here for me too. You never know. Not even trying to check the doors. I don't care. And I am not going to loot it. At least not right this moment. It's going to get completely looted before we leave. Like every single item in this building is going to go. Including the basement. Well, if I can... if I can ascertain that the basement is safe to go into. I have that pen light, so it should be. Ooh, oats, nice. Oats will feed me. Oats will feed me. That would be crazy if there'd been a Zed stuck in here for the entire time. Crazy. Alright, cool. Got a little safe room to sleep in. Safe room to sleep in. That feels good. Let's go ahead and take a painkiller, just because. And a sleeping pill, just because. Well, guys, I super appreciate y'all coming by. If you haven't yet, like and sub. I would super appreciate that as well. My name's Tim. We're going to keep doing Project Zomboid content. I'm going to sleep overnight here. Drive back to Muldraw. If nothing uneventful happens, you'll just see a cut. If something eventful happens, you will see it. Appreciate y'all. Take care.